just going to start with breathing for a minute. Just relaxing your shoulders, softening your eyes. You can have your eye. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to mute it.
Okay. We're going to start with just centering ourselves. And I feel that when you center yourself, you just let everything else go. So we're going to gently just breathe in and breathe out. And see how that feels, softening your face, softening your shoulders, letting everything for the moment just go. So breathing in again and softening your face, softening your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your fingers, breathing in your love and breathing out your love. Softening your back, your hips, your legs, your knees, your ankles, and your feet. Breathing in, breathing out. And now we're going to move that positive love energy. So breathing in and breathing out. Softening your feet, we're going to move it up. Softening your ankles, your legs, your knees, your hips, your back, your shoulders, your neck, your face. Breathing in and breathing out. So I would like to talk about our heart energy and just bringing love into your heart, compassion, non-judging yourself or others. And your heart color is green. So imagine anything in your heart that brings you joy, love, compassion. Breathe in that and release anything in your heart that you no longer need. It could be a harsh word you spoke or someone else spoke to you. So bring in clarity, love, compassion, and let out any hard feelings, anything that we hold that give us no joy, that it's no good for us. This morning when I got up, took my shower, I noticed that I had this little thing that's kind of up here on my eye more so. And I start thinking, how would I look or how do I look? And that's my outward appearance. And I got in that moment for a minute and forgot the most important thing, my inward appearance and my feelings. And I feel if our heart is full of love and compassion, understanding and forgiving, non-judging over ourselves and others, that inward appearance will come out in the way I speak, the way I care, the way I express myself, the way I let love in, and the way I keep and guard my heart from anything that wears me down, that holds me back from being who I truly am. So our outward appearance is important. Um, we were brought up in looking nice and dressing, but I think our inward, our heart, our emotions is more important as how we feel, how we communicate, how we love, how we treat ourselves, how we treat others. So let's take a moment and just concentrate on your heart. How does your heart feel this morning? Is it radiating love, compassion for yourself first? Because we give so much of our love and compassion and to others that we forget to nurture ourselves, to feel good about ourselves, to know that we're more than enough and that we can grow each day. Add something new to our thoughts and our love that make us feel wonderful, make us feel more than enough, make us feel complete, strong, able, wonderful. And like I said a minute ago, our outward appearance, we can find something or have something that we put on that we feel so good about and make us feel beautiful and handsome, complete. And we love that item that we can put on. It can be jewelry or a hairstyle or an outfit or a shirt. But I think the most important thing we can have is our compassion, our love that we have for ourselves. So take a moment right now and examine your heart. Close your eyes and imagine that your heart is right in front of you, beating, loving, compassion. Is it anything in your heart that you need to let go at this moment and never return? Maybe just a smidgen of resentment, dislike, maybe something you dislike about yourself or other people. Maybe it's a word that you heard or a conversation about yourself or a conversation you have to yourself. Examine your heart. I want you to imagine anything in your heart does not serve you, that does not give you the love and the compassion, the strength and awareness of who you are. Imagine that you're sending in love to that part of that heart that need to be cleaned up and removed away from you, away from your mind and your heart. Remove that item, whatever it is. Know that you have the power within you to let that go. Talking about your heart and removing anything and everything. It could be a word that you heard that somebody hurt So it's a little damage, maybe just on the side of your heart that's holding you back. And when you hear that person's voice, it just generate maybe pain or dislike or discomfort, and you don't want to deal with it. But today, we're going to send love to that area, to that spot. We're going to send forgiveness, and we're going to replace it with your compassion for yourself. Loving yourself is so important. Not judging yourself is equally important. Knowing that you are strong enough, you are more than enough, that you are beautiful, that you are complete. Nothing else need to be added to you to be complete. So breathe in your love and breathe out anything and everything you no longer need. Feel your heart generating compassion. Just feel that for a minute, softening your shoulders, softening your face. And what else do your heart need this morning? Joy. I find joy when I look at trees. I love trees. And a tree to me is a family, all the branches, all the friends, and rooted down into the earth. When we spend time with relationships and loved ones, children, family, neighbors, co-workers, is all part of, to me, my tree, who I am, my branches reaching out. A tree gives you shade. A tree also is nutrients. It could be an apple tree, an orange tree. Love. And all the branches on that tree represents a part of your family, friends. So imagine the tree in front of you is full of hearts, your heart, family's heart, friends, if you have pets. And the sun, imagine the sun is beaming on that tree, giving it love, letting anything and everything that no longer need to be in not just your heart, but your family's heart, cleaning it, renewing it, refreshing it, healing it, giving it strength and compassion. Sometimes it's very hard for us to give compassion when someone hurt us or damaged us. Sometimes it's hard to forgive that person. Sometimes it's hard to forgive ourselves. But take a clean, refreshing, healing breath this morning and bring in the sun, forgiveness, love, compassion, forgiveness, love, compassion, So breathe in for a minute and breathe out. And I like to take a moment to send each and every one love. Breathing in. And what does love feel like to you? To me, it feels like a warm blanket wrapped around me, a hug, joy, happiness, being okay, being okay of who you are, being okay of who you're becoming, being okay that everybody does not have to agree with my thinking, and I'm okay with that. And I do not have to agree with everyone else's thinking. And I will not let two different opinions, your own opinion and somebody else's opinion, damage my heart. I will not give energy to it. I will accept that everyone, also yourself and myself, have different ways we think and process, different ways we give and forgive, different ways how we love ourselves and love others. So take another few minutes and pour love into yourself. And know that you are loved. I love myself. I love myself. I am strong. I am capable. I am more than enough. So, if you choose to, or you can use your imagination now, imagine your heart is in front of you. Imagine it's green. And using words in your mind, what do you need in your heart at this moment? Self-love. It's in your heart, self-love. Do your heart need more compassion for yourself, your neighbors, your family? Send your heart the compassion that is capable of holding, reflecting, and giving back out. Do your heart need to forgive? And when you forgive someone, you feel lighter. You feel the love. You feel like a heaviness is removed from your shoulders and your mind. And I think forgiveness is for that person that's hurt, need to forgive. And the other person we may speak to them, not speak to them, see them, not see them. But when you forgive, it opens your heart to a feeling of sunlight going in. And it heals your body and your mind and your spirit and your emotions. You become in a good place. You are in a good place. What does your heart need today? Your heart needs an overflow of love. So open your heart to love. And the main person that you need to love is yourself. And your love that you have for yourself will reflect in how you see things. It will reflect in how you say things. It will reflect on even how you hear things. It will reflect on how you give, how you feel, how you walk in life. It will empower you to be special. People who come around a person that is full of love, they feel that energy. They may not understand, but they know that they feel something very special and they like being around that person because that person generates love and kindness. And when we let life and words and things affect our love, our heart, we become other people. We become heavy. We become guarded of how we speak. We become guarded of how we treat people. We're not free spirits when we are burdened and heavy with hurt and pain. So for this time that we have this morning, we're letting go of pain, hurt, resentment, and we're just going to love. Just loving. And I found out as I had this Thanksgiving, I had the honor and the privilege of being with my mom and being her caregiver. My mom is 98 years old. And though it was kind of difficult at times being there with her by myself, I gave thanks of everything I did for her. When I had to help her get out of bed, I gave thanks that I was able to, strong enough to do that. I gave thanks when I had to wash her and dress her. And I gave thanks over the food that I cooked for her, asking the universe that the food would be appealing, that it had a good taste to it, that she would enjoy her cup of coffee. So I learned giving thanks to just the things that you have to do that day or before you have to do it. It made me feel lighter. I was grateful. I was happy. It changed the way I think. It changed the way I spoke. I asked for thankfulness the way I spoke to mom this weekend, that I have a soft and caring voice, not being impatient. And I can tell you with honesty that giving thanks changed the atmosphere of me and mom. We were happy. I was happy. I didn't feel left out because I wasn't around all the family. I felt honored that I had this time to pour into my mom, to pour into myself, just being grateful. So if your heart is thankful for the little things and the big things that you have to do before you do it and why you're doing it, it's amazing how you feel. It's amazing. Giving thanks makes you grateful for that moment or that time. It changes how you look at things. It changes how you say things. It changes your heart. Giving thanks. Open your heart up and remove anything that's negative when you give thanks. When you give thanks, it's amazing. So when I gave thanks because it was my time to take care of mom, instead of it being a burden, it became a blessing. It became lighter. It became a joy. My heart was so full of love, and I was so grateful that my body was able to do the things to take care of my mom and myself. So what I did before I had to get mom prepared for the day, I got up each morning and half an hour earlier, just to pour into myself and pour into my heart and being thankful and grateful for the day that was getting ready to begin. So I sat and I opened my heart up to that day, asking for love, compassion, joy, and strength that I needed that day. So I send it out in front of me. So take a moment. If your eyes are open and closed, your choice, and send out healing for your heart for the rest of the day, for tomorrow. Send out love for yourself. Send out joy of anything you have to do, strength and healing. Take that moment for yourself and send out anything that you need to send out to heal your heart. Forgiveness, healing, joy, compassion, and place your hand over your heart and seal what you send out to yourself, what you need. Breathing in that love and that compassion, letting go anything and everything that you no longer need. We do not need to harbor any pain, any resistance, any hurt in our heart. Replace it with an abundance of love and compassion. Breathing in that love, breathing out that love, breathing in that compassion, breathing out that compassion, knowing that you are more than enough, knowing that you are more than enough. Sending out love for yourself so that love can meet you right where you are. Sending out strength, to do the things that overwhelm you, sending out more love. And let that healing continue to heal you throughout the day, tomorrow, this week. Sending out your gratefulness that you are grateful for who you are, what you are, and who you're becoming. Becoming pain-free, hurt-free, resentful-free. Becoming more love, and more love. Sending it out to your future self. Sending it to the past to heal any past hurts, any past pains. Sending it out for your today, the time you in right now, your presence. Sending it to the future, protecting yourself from any pain that is trying to hurt your heart, hurt your mind, hurt your emotions. That you are going to be healed in your past, your present, and your future. And in that healing and through that healing, you find joy, peace, love, strength to be yourself, not anybody else's self that we tend to do sometimes. We tend to pretend that we're happy. We pretend that we're overwhelmed with, and we pretend that we like things that we don't like. It's all right not to like everything that your family likes. It's okay not to find joy what your family finds joy in. I find joy sitting in looking at happy movies and my Christmas tree and drinking a cup of hot tea. I find joy in giving. I like to give little things away. It could be something I've seen in a store. It could be something I bake for somebody. And definitely, I love giving books away. Something I found joy and strength in reading that I feel that may help somebody else find the strength they need, the reassurance, the confirmation that I got from reading a page or a chapter. What makes you happy? What gives you joy? Remember to generate to that. And it's awesome to share into somebody else's joy. I am happy when I see someone else happy. I can share their happiness. But remember to share your happiness too. Sometimes we stay in the background and not be ourselves, not share that eating a piece of chocolate cake give me happiness, or walking my dog and petting my pet gives me so much happiness. Or I like being alone and I find happiness in being alone. And it's so funny. Everybody's trying to invite me out or come over, and that's fine. But I let them know that come over, but I'm good for 2 hours. Come over and we enjoy a cup of tea, something, a conversation. But in the midst of the day, I have to come back and give myself happiness and just being quiet for a few moments and check in with my mind, check in with my heart, check in with my emotions, check in with the things I need to do with myself. So I do a little write down in my page book, and I write down the things I need to do that morning. And if I complete my list, I am happy. If I do not complete everything I need to do, I am happy. I learn not to judge myself. So find what makes you happy. Do a check off list if that's something that generates to you, or a mental list. But on the top of the list, put yourself, today, I will do something mentally or emotionally, physically, to make me happy, to keep me in that space, keep me in love. I will love today, because it's so important that we check in with ourselves, check in with your heart, check in with your emotions, check in with your thinking. Because if we know we have to see somebody out that day, do something, doctor's office, visit a friend or family that's not a very positive person, guess what we do? We start being not positive because we don't want to be around that person. We start saying, oh, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. This is, and then we start speaking into the atmosphere. This is not going to be a good visit. Um, Blah, 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 blah. But we send that negative feelings and thoughts before us. So the things that we have to do, or people we need to see, co-workers, family members, doctor's office, start speaking positive. Send out that vibration, that love before you into your future. This is going to be a good doctor's visit. Everything is going to be on time. I'm going to get a good report. I am healing. I am healed. Um, Going over people's houses or families' houses that's really negative, send out your love. I will bring love into this moment and this time with them. I will be pleasant, upbeat, and speak love. And when you do that, you go in a different armor, a set of dislike, resentment. You go in with love, it generates from you. They don't know why they're not evil or mean or whatever, because your presence with them generates love, compassion, joy. Don't give your joy and your love and compassion away to anyone, any situation, any environment. Set it before you so it can be there when you get there. And love. Love yourself. And if it's a really icky situation, send love to that person. Send joy to that person. No matter what that person say. And I'm laughing because my sister is very, very, very negative. And so I won't get pulled into it, because it's so easy to get pulled into a negative conversation. She talks negative about my mom. She's the main caregiver. And I said, Gail, what is a privilege that your hands are helping mom? She took care of us as children. Now it's our time to take care of her. And we all appreciate you. And if there's anything that we can do. So I pray and I send good vibrations to her. And I actually seen and had a conversation where she talked positive about mom and herself. So I know that sending out good thoughts, sending Reiki before you, it really works. Her mind frame, her personality, she is grateful. And I tell her how much we appreciate her, that we're so grateful that she had the time right now in her life to give and to receive. So give and receive. And we forget how to receive love. We forget to open our heart to love for ourselves. Pour it first into yourself. But somebody may want to give you something. It could be a gift, it could be a moment, it could be anything. Receive that. The first thing we say, oh, we don't need that gift. No, you don't have to buy me anything. I am good. Well, that's how people show they love. They buy you a scarf, they buy you a meal, they want to put gas in your car. They want to give love the way they know how to give love. And the first thing we do is don't give me anything. Don't buy me anything. Save your money because if you know they're kind of, tight on their money, you don't want them to spend it on you. But it's a term of love that they know how to give. Receive the love in any way it comes to you. You know how precious a little child is, and they have no filters. They will hug you. They will snot on you. They will spill candy, something on you, but it's all in love because they just want to smooch up to you. Enjoy those moments. And just when I see my mom spill stuff, it's love. What is she capable to? And what is she not capable of doing? It doesn't even matter. When I had to do some things for mom this week, I had her the whole week. I said, Mom, I love doing these things for you. I am so grateful that I can do these things for you. I am thankful. And by saying those things in the morning before I start my day with mom, the whole house atmosphere feels light with love. So place your hands on your heart again. And whatever you need in your heart for yourself, for others, feel your heart beat, compassion, love, and joy. Let this holiday season not be a stressful one, but a loving one. Let it be filled with your love, your kindness. Send your love to yourself, to others. The best and the most wonderful gift you have to give is your love to your family, your pets, your neighbors, to yourself, to give love. And clean your heart up every day because it could be something that happened that day that want to settle in your heart. It could be a mean word or situation. Don't let it settle or take root in your heart. Clean your heart each day. Do a heart check. You check and see if the thermostat is okay, the oven. You check on your lights. You check on a lot of things during the day. Do you have this to prepare a meal? Prepare your heart for the day each day by giving thanks and being grateful to yourself, to others, to the universe, to whoever you worship. I worship God, Father and Son, and I give thanks every day. And I give thanks when I drive to work and I'm okay because these people out here driving is just unbelievable. So I thank before I go out and start my car, and I thank when I get to work, and thank when I get off and work. Ahead of me, I send thanks in front of me, gratefulness. Thank you. And I thank each and every one of y'all that took the time to come on and exchange your love and your heart. And I'm sending out Reiki, beaming in your heart right now, cleaning and replacing everything with love and joy, compassion, for yourself, for today and for tomorrow, and then keep healing. Keep healing in your heart and let it be filled with love and healing, self-love, and love for others. So just take this moment, keeping your hand on your heart, letting it heal. Letting anything and everything that no longer you need, any resentment, any pain, any self-doubt, let it go. That's not you. And bringing in thankfulness. Do you know joy and love heals? I'm a firm believer that pain hurts the body, your emotions, your mind thoughts. And I believe with all my heart that love heals pains and aches in your body. It heals doubtfulness, resentment, and love makes you feel so good. Compassion. Loves make you smile. Love make you smile within. And like I said, when I began, I was concerned about my outward self, about whatever this is. And before it got hold of me and let it be my main focus of the day, I started saying, I'm grateful for my heart and what I feel inside. So I let my inside feelings come out. And I'm not concerned as much as I was about my outward appearance, because the love inside of me beams through my eyes, my words, my smile, and that takes the place of any imperfection that I may be going through. And I feel so grateful. So, namaste. And I would like to take this time to see if anybody would like to share any thoughts, any love, any feelings, any compassion.
I'll go ahead. This is good morning, everybody. Happy holidays. Good to see
Good
you.
morning.
Thank you for being in this space. I appreciate the space. And I will also say that since I been active in the space, things, I use the word synchronicity in my life has just been working. And hit the nail smack dab on the head. Joy and love heals. Yes. And thank you for helping me remember thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. So send Reiki before you go to that difficult person, and think love before you go into situations that are challenging or situations that will cause one to forget who you are and say things that you would normally say.
Yes, yes.
or return kind for kind and double down on it. So I made my notes today. Do not feed the negative energy. Don't. Send love to different people in situations when you know you're getting ready to go out. And I will stop there. And I am grateful and thankful.
Thank you. That is so true, because with my sister, I bump heads with her, and I'm learning to send positive energy when I need to encounter her and talk to her.
Yes, and to get out of the space of it feels so good and blasting back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
True, true.
Because
I think you're speaking poetry this morning because
yeah,
it's so true.
revenge is counterproductive.
Mm,
And I'll
true.
stop there.
Okay. Would anybody else like to share this morning?
I would like to thank you. I mean, I could feel the love coming through the screen, just looking at you radiating. And it was, whenever tears come through, I know that they were hitting a nerve here. And so it was wonderful reminders. It was just what I needed. Alice always says, you get what you need when you need it. And I 100% feel that way today. So I can't thank you enough for you and your message. And it was a different kind of session than what I've experienced with these in the past. And so it's my first time hearing you. And I just want to thank you for everything you shared and for the full experience. It was very heartwarming.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I have the honor of doing this every last Sunday of the month now. So I'm so grateful for that. And like he said, we really have to send out the energy that we want. And it's hard sometimes because my sister is like, eh. But I'm learning that changing me has changed her.
So valuable.
Because I'm like, I don't want to be there with her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to do any of those things. But when I start just taking a moment, just being grateful I have a sister, grateful that I know what love feels like. I know what love looks like, and I have to share that. So thank you so much.
Sometimes we have to show the others what it feels like and what it looks like. So a lot of time we encounter individuals that just don't know.
True.
That's the hard part for me.
And she doesn't. She's very critical and complaining spirit, and it wears her down. I see how it's affecting her body, how she look at things miserable, no joy. Anybody else like to share? Yes.
Yeah, it was beautiful. First of all, that was funny because this week it came up a lot, like meditation, like heart chakra, or like, oh, there you go, I have to do something with my heart chakra. So, and that's actually funny that today you started saying about we're gonna do a meditation about heart chakra, because this is where I have a lot of issues. So that was very beautiful. Thank you so much. I was like, there you go. I need
That's
to listen.
confirmation for you.
Yes. So this way I had a lot of issues, and because I like to talk to my guys. And this week it was on spot again. Like I opened up my YouTube and I was like, heart chakra. I was like, there you go. I need to work on my heart. And today again, I was like, thank you so much for it. It was
We all do. We all need to work on our heart, and we need to work it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So none of that other stuff can filter into our spirit and our heart and our mind, because things grab us and we don't even know. Like somebody might have said something to you on your job, your family might have said something, and it kind of snatch our heart and just stay there. So we kind of just need to clean it up.
Definitely. Especially if you know that your family is not here and you see all other friends and family that are here and your own family is not here, the second year, the third year, the fourth year, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of heavy on your heart.
It is. It is.
Because you would like to be with them and you cannot. So that's painful too.
Then send out thanks each morning. Don't forget to thank the atmosphere, the universe. Do. Yeah. And
I always do, but it's always snapping me back and say, oh, look, you're alone. You don't have your family, your friends over here. You're all alone. I mean, I have my husband, and
Mhm.
and our family here, but it's not, you
I
feel like
understand.
yours. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, don't be sad, because they still here. They
Then
still
put your
here.
family in your heart each morning, whoever you're missing, put them in your
Definitely.
heart, call their names and say, I put you here. I put you here, and I put you here. And then take your hand over your heart and send them the love that you feel for them. Not resentment because they're not here, but the positive sunlight of love. And I guarantee they will feel that. And you will
Yeah.
feel that.
Yes.
And just get rid of that residue. That residue is so strong that you
Yes.
have to fight it each day and clean it up each day.
Yes. It's
And
it's the
then,
hardest part, I think, for everyone.
mhm,
For everyone, it's very hard.
it
But
is.
we have to do it. We have to go through this.
And your words are very, very, very important. I can't
Amen.
express enough your words, correct? Your words are
Right.
so important. So when you think something, rethink and send out positive words. I will see my family. We will get together and have a reunion. It is coming soon. I can't wait. I'm excited because this is getting ready to happen. Your words are so important. So
That's
start
true.
using your words and watch what your words produce and how it changes your mind, your heart, and your words.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anybody else like to share this morning? And if you have something that you didn't share that you want to share, please come back and share it.
I just wanted, it's Julie. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I just want to say, it resonated so strongly with me, and I thank you. What Corinne's going through, I understand. And when you remind us to look at our heart and clean it almost daily, I think, if not
Yes.
even in the moments during the day, it's a great reminder, because it's, you can carry a lot of stuff and you don't need to. And I appreciate that reminder. Thank you.
Thank you. It is because I find myself not wanting to talk to my sister, not wanting to be around her. I'm hoping I'm cleaning that residue up in my heart. Resentment, how she speak about mom, and resentment that everything come out her mouth is negative. So instead of me embracing her with love, I want to get as far away from her as it is possible.
Yeah.
And I find out that that's not helping me or her. So I have to put my full armor of love around me, full armor of joy, words, thoughts, thinking, and come to her. And if she's still strong, you know how strong negativity is?
Oh, yes.
It is extremely strong. Our thoughts and, whew,
And if I may present
yes,
to you to say, and when I speak, I'm speaking from personal experience also, and using love. And we talk about our children, our grown children, and our family members. And last time I was together, you was talking about cutting the string. But since we have to interact, I think sometimes in love, I pause and say, whoever the person is, do you hear yourself? Sometimes when you're speaking, stop and listen to yourself. And when you listen to yourself, ask yourself if those are the words that you would like projected at yourself.
mm,
And that's that do unto others as you would have them do unto us. And then it kind of brings it home, and it puts the onus on the individual that are using those words that may not be so, that are toxic in the moment.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it came to me when I was thinking about my son, and going back and forth, and from the background that I come from and the words that I use, then I said, oh, ding, 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 ding. I still use love, but anymore, it's now the conversation. So how do you feel about that? And what do you think you're going to do about that? Well, whatever you need will come. So, and I think that could transcend through anybody, but it also sends the message that whatever you need to save yourself, you have it. And it's time for you to stop looking outside of yourself. And as far as your sister talking about your mother, I can send love to my father, because I also understand that he comes from a background and he comes from a place where men were not trained to deal with feelings. So therefore he doesn't have a self-assessment. And I am a vessel to show what it looks like. And that's it.
And keep pouring out from your vessel, but also remember to fill your vessel up.
Yes.
So you won't be dry.
Yes. 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 That when I fill my vessel, the phone doesn't get picked up.
I can relate to that. Anyone else?
Can I ask you guys real quick? Do you both have talked about cutting cords, and how do you feel with family and close friends? How do you do that with the greatest integrity, but also to protect yourself? Like, does it help your relationship to do that? And how do you do it judiciously?
Well, for me, I had to cut some cords, and I physically, mentally, verbally, in heart. And then I do this, like cutting scissors, going up and then going across and having that person's name or vision in front of me. I'm okay with it. At first it was very hard because it was a brother that was very negative, and I wanted to live up into what he thought I should be. And then I realized I am who I am, and I like me. I love me, and I'm more than enough. I think we get separated from ourselves when we let other people's words and feelings pour in us, and we start generating and thinking we are that person these people think that we are. I don't care if it's a child, a brother, a mother, or father. If they're toxic to you, I still love my brother, but I just couldn't communicate with him and be around him. And I'll love him every day of my life, but I'm not who he say I am. And usually they project who they are and try to make you who they are, and you're not them. It's okay. It's okay. And then they argue that you don't understand them. You do not have to understand them. They do not have to understand you. Just be love.
My interpretation, not taking anything away, but answering her question, the interpretation of cutting the cord, unless it's necessary, doesn't mean that I don't no longer deal with that person. That person is no longer in my life. In extreme cases, that's necessary. However, in this case, it means I no longer participate in your self-destruction or your nonsense. And
I love it.
No longer participate. I'm no longer the bank of Smith, or whatever you need. What the universe is giving you, everything that is given everybody else, and it's time for you to do what you need to do to make you happy. Your source is not outside of yourself. So that's what I mean when I say cut the cord. Anything that drains your cup, that's more so what I mean. Again, so sometimes, yes, sometimes you do have to by definition sever, because there in that moment, in that time, in that space, there's no other option. And so sometimes a sever is not a bad thing. Sometimes sever is not a bad thing, and I'll stop there. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you so much. And it's
Yeah.
making me ponder. It's like you bring back yourself when you can get rid of some of this nonsense.
Right.
And
Yes.
Sometimes severing means, for in this instance that I'm thinking about is, yes, I'm going here, I'm going there. And no, I'm not picking you up anything. No, I'm not thinking about you when I go shopping or do this. I'm thinking more specifically, I'm thinking about my son. It's time for you to use your energy to get your resources to get whatever you like. And yes, I'm going to continue to live at the level that I live at. And I'm not, unapologetically, but not rudely. And I send that with love, by the way.
thank you. Blessings to this group.
Right. I'm trying
wonderful.
to say, and another layer to that is that Pam has been saying, you are who you are, and they are who they are. You love yourself and do not feel guilty about loving yourself and being who you are. The words are strong, and and for some of us, it takes more effort. But sometimes being who we are, we have to be okay with others being unhappy. And that's okay. We just don't absorb it.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I enjoyed each and every one of you today, and I thank you. And I send out my love to you. I send out healing to you. And have a beautiful day. And remember to clean your heart every day, maybe even a couple of times a day. Something might try to hit it. Just push it away, clean it up. It's your heart. Protect your heart. Protect your words and your mind. Namaste. And thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Have a
Bye.
great day.